Okay, the last movie we saw together, which was The Predator. So, what'd you think about that movie overall?
Well, I thought it was a good movie overall. I was entertained. Although, I guess I went into The Predator thinking scary movie because weren't the old ones scary? Somewhat.
No, not a. I mean,
They weren't? I don't know. They came out.
Maybe.
I don't know. Did they come out like 80 something and like 90 something?
The first one, yeah.
Yeah, so I wasn't around to see it anyway. But I just remember having the experience from Halloween when I was a kid where I was terrified of somebody dressed up as the Predator. So I was, I guess, hoping to go into a scary movie.
I think you're thinking of Alien.
No, someone was dressed up as the Predator.
No, I'm saying like scary movie wise. Alien was more of a horror movie. Not horror, but it was more of a scary movie
Yeah, it
than
had more
Predator.
scary elements. But yeah, I thought that Predator was going to be scary. It had good action and it had good like violent deaths and there was some comedy in it. So it was a good movie all around. Just I was looking for scary and it wasn't scary.
Chicken.
I should have. How does that make me a chicken that I said it wasn't scary?
Because you assumed it was going to be scary because you were chicken.
No, I was hoping for a scary movie.
You look at the Predator's dreads and you think of a black guy, so you immediately get terrified.
No, his face is terrifying.
And you see his dreads.
No, not
You probably think he's
anything
wearing
about the
Jordans,
dreads.
too.
Nothing about the dreads. It's his face.
I'm just saying Black Lives Matter, but whatever.
He's an alien. There's not a race.
They call black people predators.
Who?
One of those racist politicians.
Okay.
So you like the movie?
Yeah, it's a good movie. It was funny. What's the guy's name? Is it Keegan? Who is he?
Keegan-Michael Key, I think? Oh,
Keegan-Michael Key. Is that his name?
I believe so.
He was funny. He had some pretty good jokes. And then the guy who had Tourette's.
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 Tourette's. You said Tourette's.
Tourette's.
Thomas Jane.
Yeah, he was funny too. His character was funny. I did not like how they were very codependent on each other, but it was a funny movie.
Coda. Oh, them two characters?
Yeah.
They had a background.
I mean, yeah, they had a background, but like towards the end where he ran out and, spoiler alert, Key's pill ran out because the other one was about to die. Key's character Key's character ran out because the other guy was about to die. Like, you could have thought it through differently. You didn't have to just run out there because your friend was about to die and then ultimately kill yourself too.
I was his friend. They survived or whatever.
No, one of them blew up the other person's car and that was the only one who survived out of the car or something like that.
Exactly, they survived.
I guess.
Wow, you evil.
I'm not evil, but he had other things that he could have done to help,
Like save himself.
not save himself, but been more beneficial to the team and not just kill himself right away.
The team was fine.
Not really. Look, the entire team, spoiler alert, the entire team died except for the main character guy.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Everyone didn't have to die.
Yes.
Majority, yes.
You keep the kid alive, you keep the main guy alive, and you're not going to kill the girl.
Why
so
not?
bam.
Oh, she wasn't.
Because they were the two leads.
I guess.
You keep them alive and you kill all the bad guys, or the bad people who helped save the day.
They weren't bad people. They were mentally unstable people. They weren't bad people. Just because you're mentally unstable doesn't mean you're bad. If you go to war, you might come back mentally unstable.
They was doing some crazy stuff.
Because they were mentally unstable. They weren't bad.
I mean,
What did they do that was bad?
One guy shot somebody. Even though that person ended up being himself.
Exactly. He shot himself. He didn't shoot anyone else. So he probably
the loonies.
shot himself because he came back
They
from
were the
crazy
band
war.
of misfits.
There you go.
Is that better?
Yeah, they're not bad. Although they did just go around like killing like a lot of people in the army. Like, I don't know. That's not good either. The other army people were just doing their job too.
I'm just throwing my hands up.
Except for Sterling's character. Sterling's character, he was bad.
I don't know why he was bad.
Me either.
They just made his character a bad guy for really no apparent reason.
Right, like he just maybe he was just really, really dedicated to his job and didn't care about other. I don't know.
He just seemed like a sketchy, a secret, sketchy government official, but he was just being evil for no reason.
Right, like, kill the girl. She was there to help you. You brought her there.
So I thought he was good in the movie, but I didn't like the explanation with his character. It really wasn't there to explain why he was acting like that. And then when they killed him, They didn't even get a second to like let his death breathe. It's just like, bam, he was shot, and then completely went on to the story like it was nothing.
Yeah, I don't remember him dying.
Yeah, because he had that gun on his shoulder or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And then somebody said something, and it triggered the gun, so the gun just shot him in the head. But
Seriously?
But it happened like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, they treated his character like he was a nobody. I know he wasn't like one of the main characters, but since he's like a stature of an.
But I mean, he was with the team of people who didn't care about him. So what were they supposed to do? You know?
No, I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about the movie.
But yeah, but like what I'm saying is like in the movie, if he's surrounded by people who don't care for them, how could they have made his death a bigger deal when the people around him didn't care about him?
They could have. You see how, like you said, you didn't even know he died?
Yeah, I don't remember him dying whatsoever. I don't know what happened to him.
If they would have kept the camera on that moment like a second or two longer,
okay.
Yeah, then so you could be like, oh, he died. Like if you turned your head for a second.
I imagine he died by somebody triggering his own gun. Why couldn't he have died by the alien?
It wasn't his gun.
I mean, his shoulder thing killed him, right?
Yeah.
It was his gun. That was his shoulder thing.
I thought that was like one of the alien technology.
No, that's people gun. He put that on there, and he died by his own weapon because someone else said. Like they could have made his death, I guess, bigger. Like maybe him getting killed by the alien by a predator in a bigger way. I don't remember him dying at all. I don't know what happened to him.
I think Olivia Munn's character said something, so that makes sense.
Oh, so she killed him?
No, I don't. Like I said, it happened so fast, I couldn't catch exactly what happened. But somebody said something, he turned his head, and that sound or what they said triggered the gun. Or his head triggered the gun. I don't know. But I think she said something. So if she basically killed him, then it makes sense.
I mean, he was going to kill her.
Yeah, they had their own little tension. So it was either going to be him
I don't remember him dying.
Or the main guy's death. That's what I'm saying. Even though he wasn't one of the main characters, you don't have to like put emphasis on his death.
He wasn't. He was like so the Predator was the main and antagonist is the bad guy, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the Predator was the main antagonist, and then he was like the second to main antagonist.
He was the human antagonist.
Right.
Yes.
So he technically was the main character. Man, I don't remember his death at all. I don't remember him dying. But of the
humans, he wasn't in any part of the Loonies.
Yeah.
So I guess I can see why they won't want to like show it all like that and put emphasis on it. But since he's like a star actor, I would have thought they would at least like make sure you knew like, yo, don't plan on seeing Sterling anymore.
I mean, he was a star actor in he's a star actor period, and he was in Black Panther. He had a small role.
Yeah, but he had a key role.
It was a key role, but it was a small role. He wasn't there for long.
No, that's fine. It doesn't have to be long,
yeah.
But it has to be if it's key. And then when they showed him die, it wasn't like, where'd Sterling go? Where'd Sterling K. Hide the Straps Brown go?
Oh goodness.
That's his name.
He can just stick to this as us, and I'm cool.
Nah, he gotta tell you.
I mean, he is doing though. He's branching out, getting in his movies and whatnot. Maybe he'll get like a bigger role one of these days.
Nah, he gotta tell you to hide the straps. In every movie, that's.
Oh, he did say that.
Yeah, that's all I was thinking about when I first saw Black Panther.
He said the N-word in Aliens, and I just couldn't take it.
Because you got him surrounded by all these crying white people, and this is us.
Like he just walked by an alien, and what did he say?
I don't know. I can't remember.
It was funny though. I just wasn't expecting it from him.
But he was funny. He had like a little interesting laugh in the movie.
He did have a weird laugh, but he was heartless though, shooting little kids' kneecaps.
He threatened to do it. He didn't do it.
He would have did it.
Probably. That's what I'm saying. Like he was just evil for no reason. Like,
right? Like
you're doing your job, but
like you ain't gotta threaten to shoot a little kid's kneecaps off.
And like they didn't. And this was since it was like a sequel to all like the Predators.
I don't think I've seen any of the other Predator movies besides Alien versus Predator.
I've seen Predators.
When did that come out?
Like 2008 or 9 or 13.
If it came out in 2013, I might have saw it.
I said between 8 and 2013. One of those.
I mean, if it came out between 2011 and 2013, maybe I might have saw it because I would have saw it with you, but I don't remember it.
No, I didn't see this with you.
See, look at you just going to movies without me. So disrespectful.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think it came around in 2008, between 2008 and 10.
So, okay, then
I think it was in high school.
That's fine, but I didn't know you.
Well, because it had Adrian Brody and Topher Grace in it. And Topher Grace was the bad guy.
Nope.
Yeah, he didn't miss anything. Even though people seem to think that movie's better than this one, but...
Really?
People don't like this movie.
I need to watch it. They don't? It was a good movie.
They don't like the story.
Yeah, the story.
It was too chaotic for them.
The story, I don't know if it was... Like, I was able to follow along. I knew what was happening. But I don't know. don't think it was the best story, I guess.
It was whatever.
Like, I didn't understand why that, spoiler alert, I don't understand why the Predator wanted to trade on his own race.
Because he was a traitor.
But why? He was still killing people when he came to Earth anyway, so why are you coming to Earth
to
give them how to kill more Predators? Like, why? I didn't understand that. Like, why was he a traitor?
The carryover, for this to be a sequel, they didn't really connect it to the other ones very well.
They didn't connect it to really much anything. The only thing that they said is that they've been here before. They've been here in 87 and they've been here in 90-something. Right, that's all they said.
Y'all should have a little more fear of these things if they came.
Right, they've came plenty of times, and I don't think that they had to like bring in old characters from the past, but they could have mentioned them or something. Like, I feel like they did that in Alien, didn't they?
I don't remember. Alien versus Predator was so awful.
Not Alien versus Predator, but like I feel like just like in the Alien films period, didn't they? One thing that I thought was cool though was like when he would like throw his weapon and then he would pull the people in to kill him. That reminded me of Mortal Kombat when the guy's like, "Get over here!" and he kills him.
I ain't familiar with Mortal Kombat like that either.
You're a disappointment.
I'm so busy watching basketball.
You're a disappointment. Mortal Kombat, not the bad guy, but one of the guys, his name is Scorpion. He has a chain weapon that's attached to him. He throws it at the other opponent and he yells, "Get over here!" and he does one of his fatality moves. It's pretty awesome.
You talking about the game?
Yes!
I thought you were talking about like one of the movies.
No! I didn't care about that movie. That movie was garbage.
I'm sorry. Tension over there.
Because the movie was garbage. You just play the games. Just play the games. You don't want to watch the movie.
Alright, so when the movie opened up, I thought I was watching like a generic Marvel movie. Because it really reminded me of like an intergalactic Marvel movie like Guardians or something. Because it started in space.
I can understand the generic feel.
Yeah, because they had that generic Marvel movie score. Not saying theirs are generic, but like the superhero score.
I mean, I didn't feel like the Marvel score, but I did feel like a generic movie vibe, yeah.
And it just the way it looked when they showed them in space, and then how it looked on Earth, like two completely different movies.
I mean, you did go through like a vortex or loop or break in space or something. Maybe it was supposed to be like that. But just how
it looked like the completely different person shot the space scene compared to the Earth scene. That's just me.
I'm saying like maybe they meant to. Because like when they were first in space, they were like maybe like a different universe or something, and then they split it open, and then he went through again, and then he was at Earth, so maybe they meant for it to look different.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't
know. What's that kid's name? Rory?
What's his name, Rory?
I think so. I'm not even gonna Google it either.
Yeah, I remember seeing Rory on his stuff. I don't remember them saying his name too much though.
Okay, well the kid, I know he had like some mental issues. Or maybe he was
maybe autistic, I think.
So he was a genius, because autistic people are smarter than us.
He was a genius. He figured out alien technology in a matter of 2 hours.
I'm autistic. I forgot that.
Nathan, don't do that.
I am.
You're not.
Atypical came on, and me and that guy were the same.
No.
I'm not saying there's wrong with it.
I'm not saying there's wrong with either, but you shouldn't claim to be that. There are real people with that.
We should all want to be autistic. They're geniuses.
That little boy was a genius, though. He figured out alien technology in a matter of, like I said, 2 hours, but these people who've known about the aliens for 20-something years couldn't figure it out, so that's
why he had a job.
Pretty sad.
But I only brought him up because when he killed that one guy, like accidentally with the helmet.
They just like he wasn't traumatized from that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like he just killed a whole person.
He wasn't traumatized by that. When he saw his dad kill that person right in front of him, he wasn't traumatized.
Maybe the autism does it.
I guess, but I was like, any other kid would be freaking out. They would have had some reaction toward it. He didn't really have a reaction.
Right, like when he blew up the house and like when someone else asked him how to use the helmet later, oh, it just gets attacked and it does it for you. Like he didn't even like...
And it wasn't no normal kill.
Flinch.
The guy's body blew up and then the house blew up.
Right.
I was just like... And that scene was so...
And then he used it to scare the other kids. Like, dude, you should be traumatized. You just killed a whole person.
Crazy.
He should have thrown the thing at you, but... You just killed a whole person and blew up his whole house. Who knows who was in the house?
Probably a family.
Right, he just killed them all.
A dog, a cat.
Poor puppy. It could have. They didn't kill the dog in the movie.
Not poor cat though.
They didn't kill the dog in the movie. That made me happy. I thought that was going to happen when the.
Well, they killed one of the dogs.
No, the alien dogs don't count. What about the real dogs? No, those are alien.
I do not like how the predator dogs also had dreads.
Right? Why would they have dreads too? Like. they're not the same thing.
I
clearly,
mean,
I didn't like that either. That was dumb.
I did like that one of the characters asked why they also had dreads, and
Yeah.
Olivia Munn's character said they're like little sensor thingies.
But they still didn't have to have it. We don't all match the way that our pets look. They didn't have to make their pets look that way.
They looked comical, so I didn't like that about that.
And I don't like how just because they shot it, he completely became their friend, but then he also tried to attack the other predator. Like, what do you shooting it? How does that change its idea of who to stay loyal to?
Yeah,
that was weird to me.
I like that they had the dogs in there, but I didn't like the way they looked, and I didn't like the way they made them act. Like that whole, what they say, lobotomize?
Yeah, like
I don't like that whole situation. That was stupid. They could have cut that scene out.
That was weird.
Even though the poster gives it away, I didn't expect the human-sized predator to get killed midway through the movie by the giant predator.
The poster shows that he's getting killed?
Well, they show like a predator hand holding the head of another predator, and you just see like his spine. So if you
that's what they do on Mortal Kombat too. He pulls the guy's head off and his spine comes out.
You need to start playing like some brain soothing games, brain stimulating games, not violence.
Nope, I'm good with violent fighting games, and I'm good with adventure games that involve a lot of shooting.
Okay, well, so when somebody has a violent outburst, we know why. That's why I play 2K.
I have my violent outbursts in the game, so I don't have them in real life.
I play 2K.
Facts.
So
you're
if I
not
have
good at any other games.
No, it's because I choose to play 2K.
Nope, it's because you're
so
not
if
good.
I have a basketball
and you give up on
outburst,
them.
that's me doing exercise.
Okay.
So yeah, I didn't expect that, but it was cool. Even though I don't like the whole, like you said, the reasoning and the story behind the predators. That stuff could have definitely been fleshed out a little better, explained better. But they were super violent, and they were entertaining when they were violent. So even though they weren't used the best, they were violent, and I enjoyed watching the violence. So I was cool with that. What else?
They also didn't explain why the predator, like, he killed all those other people who all of them weren't even threatening him. Like, they were, like, when he was in the room and he woke up from being on the table.
They kind of seemed threatening.
No, like the ones who were around him trying to shoot at him, yeah, they were threatening, but the ones who were, like, backed away from him, he still tried to kill them anyway. But then when he walked past Olivia Munn's character, that's her name?
Really? Yeah.
Go me. Olivia Munn's character, like, sitting on the floor naked, he didn't try to kill her, he kept on walking. But there were also some people who weren't trying to come towards him, weren't being a threat towards him, and he tried to kill them anyway.
She did mention that when she was naked, he didn't attack her. So I thought they would have played off that more. But then I guess when you find out that he was actually there to help them, they just wanted you to rely on that information and just ignore what she just said. So...
I still don't get why he was there to help, though, because he still killed a bunch of people.
I mean, he was there. He was there... Yeah, when he woke up, some of that didn't make sense, but the rest of it made sense.
What do you mean?
Because, like, he could have killed all those other people. Like, when we had the dude in the chokehold on top of the bus or the van or whatever, he could have killed him.
They distracted him. He couldn't.
No, but he could have killed him on the spot.
Oh.
But he needed something, so he was just using aggressive tactics. And he could have killed them in the school, but once he gave him the thing he wanted, it was cool, even though he got just interrupted by the big guy.
Yeah.
So he didn't really try to kill him.
Maybe, like, the human DNA he had gave him compassion for the humans, and he was trying to...
Yeah, they just didn't. They didn't explain that too.
Yeah. Well, they explained the human DNA.
They did?
Yeah. So...
And I didn't fall asleep on this movie either.
You didn't, but they explained the human DNA and the fact that they had other alien DNA in them too, because they were doing upgrades. They were going to the different planets, finding the strongest, the fittest, the smartest, taking their DNA and putting it in themselves to evolve themselves. So that maybe when he got injected with human DNA, he learned compassion. Maybe. I don't know. They didn't explain why did he decide to become a traitor.
Yeah, like I said,
that doesn't make sense to me.
The story wasn't the best. It could have been done better, but I was so entertained by this movie actually being funnier than it should have been.
Yeah.
And violent throughout the whole movie, so I was cool. Like, they had a cool death with Nettles. Was that one of the guys' names?
Nettles was one of the guys' names.
I like the way the force field chopped his body in half.
I felt bad for him, and I also felt like he was being kind of dumb. Like, he clearly saw the main character go under the force field, and he saw the other one jump over it. But what does he do? He just stands around and looks at it in a circle while his legs get chopped off. He didn't even try. Like, I feel like they
needed that cool death.
It still could have been cool, but they could have made it like him at least trying. Like, he jumped maybe too slow, and they got like Like, it cut it off right at his knees. He was still standing on it. Like, he could have jumped a little bit higher.
Sometimes you gotta do stuff for the death.
It still could have cut his legs off, and he could have still slid off. If he could have jumped a little bit. Just not jumped fast enough.
Yeah.
I don't know. It wasn't realistic. I don't like that part.
And shout out to my boy Trevante Rhodes. It's the black guy in the movie.
I liked him. He was cool.
For dying last of all the loonies.
Did die last.
And he went out in style, too. Threw his body in that engine.
Oh, I mean, I guess he...
Sacrificed himself.
I guess he had to.
I mean, he was going to die regardless.
Right, because he was going too high up in the air.
But he chose how he wanted to die. So he went out shooting.
I mean, hey, at least he got it right this time. You know, the first time he missed his head and had to walk to the hospital, so...
That's all that.
How do you do that? Like, you're holding a gun at point blank range and you miss?
It's meant to be. And
then you can still walk yourself to the hospital? That's crazy.
Better things.
That's crazy.
I didn't like how they kept using that invisible little technology that the guy got from the Predator.
Why not?
Because, like, how is, whatever the main guy's name was, how are you able to just take that technology and be able to use it easily? Like, they didn't even show him, like, press a button. He just told his son, like, yo, whenever you want to be invisible, here you go. And everybody was able to use it after that.
Predator technology, just gotta play around with it. There's not much on it to do with it, so maybe you just gotta squeeze or, I don't know.
But I would like to see that explanation. No. This Predator technology is supposed to be hard to understand.
I mean, not really. The helmet attacks when it gets attacked, so clearly Predators are kind of
But it's not just gonna be, it's not gonna just make you invisible when you want it to be, when you want to be invisible. It's
squeeze
not a mind
it,
reader.
makes you invisible. Boom.
No, I ain't rocking. But yeah, so when speaking of...
Oh, what also didn't make sense to me was that ship flew so far from Olivia Munn. However, when it crashed, she was there in 0.2 seconds. How the heck did she get, like, I don't know how many miles, but a lot of miles?
How you know she's not a fast runner?
She ain't that fast to catch up with a whole darn spaceship.
You don't know that.
There is no way for her.
I'm not going to put it past a woman because women can do anything
they can do anything, but they were so far from where they left her.
I'm just saying.
They were so far. Right now. No, they were so far from where they left her.
That was Usain Bolt. You wouldn't be saying that.
Who?
Usain Bolt.
Who's that?
Oh my, we're moving on because
we are because you're not acknowledging that didn't make sense.
If we had viewers, I would tell them to go in the comments and tear you up for not knowing who Usain Bolt is.
I don't care.
You are wild.
That makes no sense that she was able to catch up to them.
You are crazy.
I mean, he would have died without her, but that makes no sense.
Don't know who Usain Bolt is. So just speaking, like, when I kept saying it's entertaining and funny, I thought mainly that was the little loonies, that little cast of characters.
They were funny.
Because like you said earlier, they were all funny. Keegan-Michael Key, whatever his name is, he was hilarious. Actually, Thomas Jane, his Tourette's were funny, even though I wish he would have did it more. He didn't have that too many Tourette's outbursts.
Really? I feel like he did in every scene that he showed up in.
But I would like to see more.
I
want more till it gets annoying. Yeah, everybody took their little opportunities to be funny. Needles was funny, whatever his real name is.
Really? I didn't think he was.
Well, I thought he was funny.
I feel like the only time I thought that he was funny was like in the hotel room, maybe.
I thought he was funny in the house.
He gave her the unicorn for no reason.
He was just so blunt. Remember when he was like, "Yo, don't use that term, retarded." You know, you see his son is retarded.
Oh, that was funny. That was funny.
So he just kept having those blunt lines that I thought were funny. And the guy who wrote and directed this, his name is Shane Black. He also was the guy behind The Nice Guys. Remember that Ryan Gosling, Russell Crowe movie?
You went to see that without me.
But I showed it to you.
I never watched that.
Yes, we watched it on TV when we had the Fire Stick.
I think I fell asleep.
Yeah, I fell asleep that second time.
We both fell asleep, so.
But I think we rewatched it.
I don't remember that.
Well, that's a great movie. So he did that. I can't really remember if he wrote and directed or just directed Iron Man 3. But he was behind that. So, like, I like the way he writes movies. Like, he makes them all entertaining. He clearly needed to work on the story part of this movie.
Yeah.
But when it comes to entertaining, he shows his talent as a writer.
There's supposed to be another one?
I mean,
hoping to do a sequel?
Of course. That's why they set the sequel up at the end.
How?
The suit.
Oh.
The Predator hunter suit.
Yeah, I guess.
Because clearly they said more Predators are going to come because it shows the world is dying. So they're like, ooh, we got to get in while we can. So more will come. You put the Predator hunter suit on and bam, go toe-to-toe with them. Even though that suit, it looked cheap.
Yeah, it looked pretty off when they put it on.
Yeah, I was like,
And
this looks like it was made in the 90s.
Why would the Predators make a suit to kill themselves that looks just like them?
I don't know if that was their intention.
Or maybe the trader built it. I don't know.
Yeah, you never know what the trader was doing. But he had to make sure that suit got there.
I need some explanation on the trader. If they're making a
This is probably why people don't like the movie. Because of the explanation of the story.
Right, it doesn't make any sense. Why would he trade on his own people? Like, why? He's used to being a predator.
There's certain movies I'm in.
Like, why would you come and save a human race why?
They would expand on that in a sequel.
If the predators kill for sport, why are you going like, I'm going to help the...
Because clearly they were doing something.
Because he became a traitor.
And then he had to split.
I guess.
Hey, I don't know.
I need explanations.
There's certain movies, if they entertain me, then I'll overlook some flaws.
I need an explanation.
Okay, well, yeah. I just thought I was able to laugh, and I saw plenty of violence that works for me. I'll say it has its flaws, but on the entertainment level, I enjoyed myself. So, we gotta rate it on our scale from, from Jack and Rose, which is 5, great, all the way down to Bella and Edward, which is 1, which is awful. So where are you ranking this movie? Do I need to go over the rankings again for you?
What's our number 4? Noah and Allie?
Yes.
I'll go with Noah and Allie. Just because I need an explanation.
Okay.
Number 4.
That's the only reason? Because if they had an explanation, you would give this movie a 5?
Yeah, because that's like what was missing in a majority of things. Not just that explanation, it's like an explanation as to why the kid didn't feel bad.
Oh, so if this movie was...
It just needed more things needed to be explained better. Not just the overall story, but more things need to be explained better.
Oh, so if this movie had a better story, this would be your favorite movie of the year, huh?
My favorite, but...
That's 5, right? 5 is like classic great.
More than one movie would get a 5 though, so it's not my favorite of the year.
That's like
it's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Oh, so it'd been top 5 then if it gave you a story.
No, I'm not gonna say it would be top 5, but things can be a 5 or 1. What's our rating? 1 is good. 1 is bad, right?
Yes, 1 is bad.
5 is good.
Yes.
A lot of movies can be a 5.
A lot. Okay. I will also give it a low Allie and Noah because it was entertaining and I definitely enjoyed it. But its flaws bring it, try to pull it closer to 3, which is Adonis and Bianca. But I'm going to give it an Allie and Noah as well.